On the news tonight, Zamfara indigenous students in Cyprus University cry for help. Zamfara residents urged to hire licensed private guards for enhanced security. Plus, Kebbi State Governor makes keys for Air Force Base to tackle insecurity as his Sokoto counterpart moves to return IDPs to their communities. Assalamu alaikum, a very good evening and welcome to NTA Gusau News. I am Halil Muhammad Umar with the full text of the bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Parents and guardians of 88 Zamfara state-sponsored students stranded in Cyprus have appealed to Governor Dauda Lawal to urgently intervene by settling the outstanding debts owed to Cyprus International University. The chairman of the Cyprus Students' Parents Association, Ibrahim Tudu, made the appeal while briefing journalists on the current situation of the affected students. Correspondent Bello Sani Maradun reports.
It will be recalled that the immediate first administration in Zamfara State had in 2020 sponsored several indigenous students to study various courses at the Cyprus International University. However, after years of study, the students were stuck due to outstanding debt owed to the university for tuition fees, accommodation, and feeding allowances, among others. Briefing newsmen on the situation of the student, the chairman of the Cyprus Student Parents Association, Ibrahim Tudu, stated that contrary to the recent radio claim by the senior special assistant to Governor Dauda Lawal on media and enlightenment, Mustafa Jafaruk Aura, that the student refused to return despite being issued flight tickets, their inability to return was not deliberate. He regretted that the unpaid debts have resulted in withholding the students' credentials, affecting their academic records and career prospects.
The students have already indicated and communicated to Zamfara State government about their intention to come back anytime. But the government has not paid the accumulated debt and has no answers on their issue of credentials, transcripts, which are still being held by the university for non-payment of the debt, which they have to use here to secure admission, or those that graduated to proceed on NYSC.
Tudu highlighted several key developments, including a €71,000 debt reduction granted by the university following effort by the Ferent and Zamfara Ulama Consultative Council with the governor's directive. He also noted that 23 students graduated despite the outstanding debts and 16 others recently returned to Nigeria.
Some were actually deported, while some came voluntarily, and some are on their way to Nigeria as we speak, in obedience to the government. In the 16 students that returned, the government of Zamfara State has not shown any interest in speaking to them, knowing their condition, securing admission for them, or entry into any university in Nigeria.
One of the returnees, who is the leader of the Zamfara Cyprus Students Union at the university, narrated their ordeal, saying they experienced a lot of difficulties, including eviction from hostels and lack of food, among other challenges.
Zamfara State students have been suffering in Cyprus since 2022 because of the problem that they have been facing. The government did not settle their school fees. The students have been there outside suffering because the government didn't send money that they can take care of themselves.
The parents and students renewed their appeal to Governor Dauda Lawal to urgently settle the outstanding debt to enable the remaining students to complete their studies and return home. They also urged Governor's aid to refrain from politicizing the matter and ensure that only verified information is communicated to the public. In Gusau, Bello Sani, NTA News.
Parents and guardians have again been urged to ensure sound education and moral upbringing among their children for a better future. This came to the fore at the 9th Speech and Prize Giving Day ceremony of Sheikh Balarabe Comprehensive College, Gusau. Correspondent Murtala Bala reports.
The speech and prize-giving day ceremony, which brought together various personalities, including teachers, parents, guardians, and students, among others, was designed to recognize academic achievements and celebrate hard work. The event provided students of nursery, primary, and secondary sections the opportunity to showcase their talents. Director of the school, Abdulwasiu Abdullahi, and other teachers who highlighted the school's successes and challenges, emphasized the importance of education for students' upbringing.
I want these students to redouble their efforts, to always come to school every day.
The performance of my school student is very, very excellent, because whosoever you want to discuss with him, even unexpected, he can surprise you with good response.
The celebrants, who were full of excitement, expressed appreciation for witnessing the event.
To my parents, I say a very big thank you for coming to this graduation. To my teachers, I want to say I'm very grateful for the way people taught us.
I'm very happy today.
In their separate remarks, the Gusau Senior District Head, Sarkin Gabas, Alhaji Bashir Kabir Dambaba, and Chairman of the School Parents Teachers Association, Abdul Hakim Ahmad Yaqub, commended the school management for being tireless in impacting knowledge to the younger generation. They called on parents to ensure timely payment of school fees for effective service delivery. High point of the event was the presentation of gifts and awards to students for academic achievements, as well as teachers and other personalities for their contributions to the college's development. Among the awardees was a manager news and current affairs NTA Gusau, Malam Abdul Hakim Ahmad Yaqub, as the best chairman of the School Parents Teachers Association. In Gusau, Murtala Bala, NTA News.
Public and private organizations, as well as well-to-do individuals, have been urged to employ the services of licensed private security companies for safety of lives and property. The State Commandant, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Sani Mustafa, made the call during the passing out parade of the 2025 Batch C private guard companies in the state. Again, correspondent Murtala Balagusau completes the report.
Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps is empowered by law to register, train, and monitor the activities of all private guard companies operating in the country. It is in the exercise of this mandate that the Zamfara State Command organized a training for 8 private security companies in the state to enhance their professionalism. The training, according to the NSCDC State Commandant, Sani Mustafa, is also aimed at strengthening performance among the private guard companies for effective service delivery. He called on the private guards to remain vigilant and report suspicious movements to relevant security agencies for prompt action.
You may think that your dedication and hard work often go unnoticed, but I want to assure you that your efforts are highly valued and of tremendous importance.
The chairman private security companies in the state, represented by Secretary of the Association, Mudassiru Ilyasu, commended NSCDC for organizing the training, saying it will enhance their operations.
I would like to call the attention of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the State Command, to put more pressure on some construction companies that are still operating non-licensed private security guards.
In their separate remarks, some heads of licensed private guard companies also described the training as a welcome development capable of boosting professionalism among the private security personnel.
With the training they have received now, we know that they are going to have a great impact in our various bits. You know, we serve with companies, we serve with private individuals, we serve with schools. And after this training, we know that truly they are going to do something more than what they have been doing before. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
With this development, it is expected that the training will improve the security architecture of the state. In Gusau, Murtala Bala, NTA News.
Governor Nasir Idris of Kebbi State has appealed to the federal government to establish an Air Force base in the state to complement the fight against insecurity. The governor made this appeal while receiving the Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Hassan Abubakar, at the Government House in Birnin Kebbi. Correspondent Abdul Muhammad Bawa reports.
Considering the security challenges of banditry and kidnapping facing Kebbi State, the state government has been collaborating with both the Nigerian Army and the Nigerian Navy to tackle the situation. Governor Nasir Idris, while hosting the Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Hassan Abubakar, requested similar collaboration geared towards complementing other security outfits in the fight against insecurity in the state.
Kebbi State is strategic because of this Niger and the Benin Republic. We need Air Force base in Kebbi State because we have an airport, and our airport is one of the best, not only in the northwest.
In his remark, Air Vice Marshal Abubakar assured the governor of intensified area surveillance and operations to root out terrorist elements and restore peace in the affected areas of the state.
State plays a pivotal role in regional stability and national security. Consequently, ensuring peace and order in Kebbi State is not only vital for the state itself, but also of significant importance to the security and stability of the entire nation.
He added that his visit was aimed at assessing the performance of Air Force personnel in the state, expressing satisfaction with their conduct and operations. In Birnin Kebbi, Abdul Muhammad Bawa, NTA News.
And Sokoto state government is collaborating with security agencies and relevant stakeholders in ensuring appropriate measures are taken for the safe return home of displaced persons in Treta and Dengishuni local government areas. The Deputy Governor Idris Muhammad Gobir gave the assurance while commiserating with people in the areas following recent bandits attacks. Correspondent Ali Muhammad Kawai reports.
Recently, there had been reports of increasing bandits' attacks on villages in Treta and Dengishuni local government areas that forced hundreds of people to flee their homes for safety. Addressing hundreds of people, including women and children, who took refuge at Treta and Dengishuni local government secretariats, Idris Muhammad Gobir says the state government is engaging the security agencies with a view to coming up with concrete measures to restore peace in the affected areas. People are also expected to, on their own part, report any suspicious character in their midst to security agencies for prompt action. Treta and Dengishuni local government council's chairman Aliyu Abubakar Treta and Aminu Magaji Bodai expressed appreciation to the government for identifying with the communities and called for establishment of security camps in Kurua, Lambar Treta, Samia and Dabagi, believing that doing so will help tackle the bandits' atrocities. Member representing Bodinga Dengishuni Treta Federal Constituency, Nathi Shohu Bodinga, expresses gratitude to the state government for its genuine concern to the plight of the people. Food items and 10 million naira were presented to each of the two IDPs of the affected local government areas. In Sokoto, Ali Muhammad Kawai, NTA News.
And with that report on move to resettle IDPs in Treta and Dengishuni local government areas of Sokoto State, we conclude NTA Gusau News tonight. Thank you for watching and wassalamu alaikum.